One of the Azerbaijani publications stated that it received an anonymous letter from a Russian air defense captain. He claims that the AZAL plane was shot down on December the 25th, 2024, near Grozny on the orders of the Russian Defense Ministry. A photocopy of the letter and the fragment of an audio recording in which a male voice can be heard giving the order to open fire twice were published by media outlet. The publication states that the command to shoot down the Azerbaijani airliner was given by a certain air defense captain, Dmitry Sergeevich Paladichuk. According to the letter received by the editorial office, the officer was on combat duty to cover the city of Grozny from 12/24/24 to 12/25/24. Paladichuk then reports that at 05:40 he received a command to go to readiness level 1, and at 08:11 a potential target was detected by the target detection station. In addition, he also voiced some details about the poor condition of the equipment. At 08:13:30 I gave the command to the operator to engage. At 08:13:33 the missile left the guide. At 08:13:47 the BM-72V6 TSVS reported that the target had been missed. At 08:13:48 I gave the command to re-engage. Paladichuk wrote, according to the preliminary report of the Embraer 190 Crash Investigation Commission, the first sonic boom was recorded at 08:13:31, while the second one was recorded at 08:13:56. It should be noted that the Azerbaijani publication cites a fragment of an audio recording in which a male voice calls out the coordinates given in the explanatory note and then repeats the command twice. Fire! Fire, I say. Then a loud sound is heard in the recording and a male voice says, "There is a descent." Missed! I repeat, "Fire again," to which another voice replies, "There is fire." The audio recordings have been published only partially because law enforcement still has them. The Azerbaijani publication also notes that it does not claim the authenticity of this letter. Recall, the plane which was flying from the Azerbaijani capital Baku to the Russian city of Grozny in Chechnya came down in a field near Aktau in Kazakhstan after veering hundreds of miles off its planned route. 29 people survived. Video of the crash appeared to show the plane plummeting out of the sky and bursting into flames as it hit the ground, and thick black plumes of smoke rising. Caliber, an Azerbaijani news website, also alleged that the airliner had been fired upon by a Russian Pantsir S air defense system as it was approaching Grozny.
A warehouse housing fireworks went up in flames in Northern California on Tuesday evening, just days before the 4th of July celebrations. News helicopters circling over the burning factory in Esparto, west of Sacramento, captured dramatic footage of the inferno. According to Associated Press, fireworks were seen shooting in the sky as large plumes of black smoke billowed from the site. Local media quoted the California State Fire Marshal as saying the warehouse belonged to a business involved in importing and exporting pyrotechnics. They also reported that flames spread from the blazing warehouse to the surrounding area and burned about 80 acres of land. Local media did not report any injuries. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has paid tribute to Pyongyang soldiers killed in Russia's Kursk region. In a rare video footage released in North Korean state-run media, Kim Jong-un is seen solemnly placing a North Korean flag over a coffin during a ceremony to repatriate the remains of North Korean soldiers who died fighting for Russia. The North Korean leader could not hold back tears. The ceremony marked the first acknowledgement that North Korean armed forces have suffered fatalities in Russia-Ukraine war. North Korea also held a ceremonial event to mark the first anniversary of the signing of the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership Treaty with Russia. Kim Jong-un attended the event alongside Russian Minister of Culture Olga Lyubimova. A performance took place against a backdrop depicting North Korean and Russian soldiers on the front line, as well as Russians holding the flags of both countries. When footage showed North Korean soldiers who participated in the recapture of the Kursk region, the audience stood up to honor the fallen warriors and show respect to the living. People in the audience were shown wiping away tears. This is the first time the state-run media have released photos of North Korean soldiers who were sent to Russia. Meanwhile, Pyongyang authorities revealed that Kim Jong-un had approved operational plans for North Korean troops in Russia's Kursk region and ordered attacks between October 22 and December 22, 2024. North Korea sent around 15,000 soldiers to fight in Russia's war of invasion since last autumn. It has suffered about 4,700 casualties, including 600 deaths, South Korean authorities said in April. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Tuesday he will travel to Washington next week to meet U.S. President Donald Trump and other officials. According to Associated Press, speaking to a meeting of his cabinet, Netanyahu did not elaborate on the details of his visit, except to say he will discuss a trade deal. Netanyahu's visit comes as Trump has signaled he is ready for Israel and Hamas to wind down the war in Gaza, which is likely to be a focus of their talks. Iran, following the 12-day war with Israel, is also expected to be a main topic of discussion.
אני צפוי לצאת בשבוע הבא לפגישות בארצות הברית עם נשיא ארצות הברית דונלד טראמפ, עם סגן הנשיא ונס, עם מזכיר המדינה והיועץ לביטחון לאומי מרקו רוביו, עם שר ההגנה פיט הקסט, עם נציג הנשיא למזרח התיכון סטיב ויטקוף, עם שר המסחר. יש לנו כמה דברים, כן, לוטניק, אבל יש לנו כמה דברים לסגור לפניכם כדי להגיע להסכם הסחר בנוסף לדברים אחרים. פגישות עם ראשי הקונגרס והסנאט ופגישות ביטחוניות שאני לא אפרט כאן. הדברים האלה באים בהמשך לניצחון הגדול שהשגנו במבצע עם כלבי, וניצול הצלחה הוא חלק לא פחות חשוב מהשגת ההצלחה.